Did you really think you could best me here when you couldn't below?
You have fruit punch mouth.
What?
Buffy the Vampire Slayer is the ultimate hero's journey. There have been several incredible and historic hero's journeys told in fiction. From stories of decades past that are still relevant today, to stories from today that will remain relevant for decades to come. But no hero's journey is quite as impactful and layered as the journey of the titular heroine, Buffy Summers. The season finale of the first season alone perfectly encapsulates all the stages necessary for telling the perfect hero's journey. That episode is Prophecy Girl. Joseph Campbell categorizes this journey in 3 parts: departure, initiation, and return. And the first part of departure is Buffy has vampires to kill, and the school is getting ready for a big dance at the Bronze. Morale is high, hearts are broken, but things are normal. Until...
But it's very plain. Tomorrow night, Buffy will face the Master.
The Master, an ancient and powerful vampire, is prophesied to arise from the Hellmouth. The status quo is threatened and the world is in danger. Again. And Buffy, a more seasoned vampire slayer than before, would typically take this adventure head-on. Unfortunately.
But it's very plain. Tomorrow night, Buffy will face the Master, and she will die.
I quit.
It's not that simple.
I'm making it that simple. I quit. I resign. I'm fired. You can find someone else to stop the Master from taking over.
Buffy is destined to die at the hands of the Master. And in this moment, we're reminded that despite all the strength and wit, at the end of the day, she's just a kid.
Giles, I'm 16 years old.
And she's scared.
I don't want to die.
But after witnessing the brutality of her enemies, and the effect it has on those she loves, she remembers why she fights. And she'll do whatever it takes to protect the one she loves. In her own unique way. So, Buffy, armed with her trusty crossbow and her virginal white dress, descends into the shadowy depths. And after a season of build-up, the maiden meets the villain. And the fight doesn't end well. The Master opens the Hellmouth, and hell literally breaks loose. Thankfully, with the help of Angel and Xander's breath, Buff is revived in time to fight the Master, and having been resurrected, feels a strong sense of being. She faced her fear, died, and came back. This brings her into a state of apotheosis. As she states, she doesn't feel weak.
No, I feel strong. I feel different.
Thus giving her the ultimate boon. The entire first season of this series was about Buffy coming to terms with being the Slayer, and through death, she does. And that's shown through the only time in the series that the intro music is played in a scene, thus crossing her through the return threshold. Buffy achieves rebirth. She overcame her symbolic and literal death, and is stronger because of it. She goes on to fight the Master, fully overcoming his thrall. She defeats the bad guy and rejoices with her friends, thus finding what she and all heroes are truly searching for in the end: the freedom to live. Buffy goes on a huge journey in her first season, and we all know what a certain mayor/demon snake had to say about journeys.
And what is a journey? Is it just distance traveled? Time spent? No. It's what happens on the way. It's the things that shape you. At the end of the journey, you're not the same.
Stories will always be told. Stories will always be important. Because sometimes stories, they remind us that we may not be forever burned after we've walked through the fire.
I touch the fire and it freezes me.